boys, and girls and stuff. 2 months ago, a customer of mine said to me, Rikus, build me an AY ballast hopper. And I didn't know what the hell he was talking about because I don't know these wagons. So we started looking around and see what we could find picture-wise. And then luckily, Chris, the guy that designs the bulk of my stuff, he was busy actually drawing this thing at that point. So he finished it up, I paid him, and we got the STLs, we stripped stuff off, and then we printed one in ASA, and the chassis pulled. So we cut the Perspex chassis, we clad the thing with veneers, with all the rivets, because there's a lot of rivets on this thing, as you can see. And I wanted to have the rivets, so we did the veneers and stuff like that to get the rivets going. And then I got the final printed items about 2-3 days ago. And as these things go, there's always a couple of stuff-ups and a couple of pregnant fairies that you need to deal with when you build these things. However, I've tried the first reference one, warts and all, is done. Well, almost done. Now look at that. So yes, quite an intricate little thing. There's stuff here like this. This I just made up now so I can get a sort of a template for what to print. And then I saw on the STL that this was actually designed. We just forgot to print it. So this will be right on the production version. This here, this whole thing here, I couldn't understand why it was a bit short. And then I realized this is about 5 mil too high up. It should sit there. Okay, so that will move a little bit closer and that will be sorted. There's in here, there, supposed to be a cutout, which I did cut on the chassis, but the printers forgot to put it on the veneer, which is this here. Now, these are all veneers in ASA. I didn't even sand this thing. I just put it together so I can see what's what, because I knew that it was going to be a bit of a stuff-up. So here and there, I still need to add stuff. The steps here, I will do tomorrow. I'm tired now. I'm going home. This pipe will join up with the one at the top. I still need to do the vacuum hose here and join it to this here. So there's still a couple of things to do, but you can see that the rivets are very, very nicely and nice and pronounced. On the chutes here, there's the gearbox. Oh yeah, and that was the other problem. They're supposed to be mirrored. So that one's actually the wrong way around. So I could get these at the right spot. So yeah, that'll all be fixed now. I've cut the chassis today. So I will start building this for production versions within the next 2 weeks or so. The first one is going to go to a customer of mine, Ballast, and he's waiting for it eagerly. So, yes. And it's actually quite a long wagon. The 4-pot that we got there next to it, that is one of the longest ones. You've seen, that's the difference. So it's not much longer. This is actually quite a long wagon. It's a billikie. So, yeah, we are nearly there. I see also that the coupler heights are a little bit high. I will change the STL so that we can drop that down a bit, because this will then have to be redesigned. Just that little bit there needs to drop down. And that's basically that. And then we can paint it. So now, seeing that this one is the first one, I am going to weather the crap out of this thing. It's going to look like that, or very close to that. That's what I would try and achieve. And then obviously the other problem, that's something that I'm not very good with, is to make loads for this. Now, if you see how old Andrew did the garrets, that sort of thing, that's very cool. Very nicely done. I should maybe phone him and find out what was his recipe. Obviously, this would just have to be a bit smoother because they were loaded by either front-end loader or mechanically. So there's a couple of things that still need to be sorted out here, but I think it's going to be pretty. And I decided, not that this was ever in my planning, that I will... Oh yes, and the other two here, they forgot to print me these wheels. All right, so as soon as I get that tomorrow, then we'll finish this one and we can start with the production version. But what I wanted to say was, they're so pretty that I think I would put a couple into my fleet as well. I mean, if not, why not? A lot of guys said to me, were worried because they said, it's a ballast hopper. You would need 10 of these to make up a sort of a train. No. I've got reference pictures where they were running 2s and 3s in mixed load consists. So it's not necessary that you have a whole crap load of these. Okay, and then soon there's some very, very exciting stuff on the horizon. We're going to build as the Cape Gauge 1 community. That's myself, Carl, a bunch of the other guys. Are going to build a rattle train, so a military train. He's busy with SMLJs. I'll get some rattles tomorrow. We got a guy, old Rupert in George, that's building them. So as soon as I get one and I got it out, probably tomorrow night or the night after, I will show you what those look like. And then I must show you, I wish I had one here. Carl did some satans, the tie downs for the rattles in brass, and I have never seen anything like that in my life. Absolutely phenomenal craftsmanship. Guy knows what he's doing. So yes, boys, there it is. This is it. You had 2 videos in as many days. You spoiled a bit. Why? Because I can. See all the... It's quite an intricate little thing. It's difficult to build. Not as difficult as a GZ, but yeah, it takes you 2-3 days. So yes, boys, that's it. Okay, I'm going to go to bed. I'll speak to you guys soon. Have a lovely day. Subscribe if you haven't. It will be cool. And then I'll speak to you guys later. Okay, goodbye.